Okay, continuing on with gut-busting games. Actually, we're almost done with the G's. Oh, scroll down, silly. Okay, cheap shot. A party game. And again, maybe it'll be great with 2 players, but party games so rarely are. Certainly rummy-style games. So yeah, I just don't think this one's going to work. And then Helvetia Cup from Helvetia Games. And, this could be awesome, but we're just not interested in sports. I mean, heck, Jen's the biggest Harry Potter fan in the universe, but even if there were a Quidditch board game, I don't think we'd care, just because, well, sports are such a turn-off for us. So, it might be an awesome game. The art certainly looks fantastic, but it's not for us. Oh, Schaffhauser. Okay, this one's very interesting, because it's it's an economic game where you're going and digging up gems and jewels and riches, and then there's a commodities market for all those riches you dig up. And so you play, the market based off of what you actually dig up, which is awesome. And I know it's awesome because I've already played that game, and it's called The Gnomes of Zavendor, which Jen and I like quite a bit. It's a really good commodities market game that works very, very well with 2, with the systems they have in place where, the board kind of opens up over the course of the game, and you have to decide how you're going to deploy, all kinds of stuff. A very, very good game. And so, here's another one with the same basic idea. And I have to admit, I'm very excited because as much as we love Gnomes of Zavendor, we love the idea so much of fantasy-based commodities market game. We would definitely like to see another one if it's good, if it differentiates itself. And hey, it's there for sale, so I think this is definitely one to look into, particularly if you don't have the Gnomes of Zan? No, I've forgotten the names of it. Oh, the Zarandor? Zanandor? I mean, I guess it's a series of there's other. Oh, yeah, the Gnomes of Zavendor. The Gnomes of Zavendor. Ah, great game. That one, Gnomes, right there, next to Ground Floor, next to Olympos. And maybe this one will be great too. Definitely interested in it. Love the idea. And I know it's a solid idea because I've already played a really solid game. Phantom of the Opera. This one, very excited, and I will tell you why. When we first got Mr. Jack, we played one game of it and then traded it away, just like that. There we go. Because, as cool as we thought it was a very neat, clever game, Jen had absolutely zero interest in ever playing again because she did not like the theme of a fun, silly, lighthearted game all about Jack the Ripper. It was just unacceptable to her. I mean, she took it very, very seriously. It's like, this is, and Jen's not generally stuck up about this, but when it comes to women's safety issues and and women in peril, something like Jack the Ripper, that's what that legend is all about. Killing and brutalizing, the prostitutes of, it was unacceptable to Jen that we could actually be Jack the Ripper and escape. So we sold or traded away immediately. But we really liked the game and just never got a chance to play it again. And now comes Phantom of the Opera, which, as you can see right there, hooray, is based on the Mr. Jack game system, which is awesome, which is so cool. It's the 8 suspect token stand in 10 rooms of the opera. Oh, I'm so excited about this. The board looks really nice. I bet this is going to be fantastic as you're trying to figure out who or where is the Phantom. Because there's no problem with that at all. That's not based on real historical, brutalizing of women and trying to make light of it. This is just the Phantom of the Opera. This is going to be great. The designer pedigree is top notch. We know we like the original game. Cannot wait for this one. This is very likely a must-buy for us. So, and let's see. Apparently it's just going to be demoed. And apparently there'll be some live musical theater performance. So that's a must-see. That's definitely something people got to go see. Alrighty. Rise of Augustus. I already talked about this a little bit. Augustus, fantastic game. We've loved it ever since we got it. Bingo, everybody, bingo as a Euro, that's crap. Bingo is crap. No, bingo is not crap. If bingo is crap, it would not be played so obsessively and so lovingly by so many millions of people every day worldwide. It is bingo has certain game elements that, feed, well, anyway, if you can't appreciate bingo, all the more reason to play Rise of Augustus, because that was the actual thing that made me really appreciate the game as I was playing it. And I found myself pretty much like a bingo player, just waiting. Oh, come on, let there be swords come out of the cup. Let there be swords. And and then when the swords come out, pop, 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 pop. Marking them all my things. That's what bingo is. But by just putting in a few simple rules, they've actually turned it into a very fun, solid Euro. This game totally deserved the nomination for Spiel des Jahres, and quite frankly, I think it would have been a perfectly acceptable win. Although I'm happy with Anabi too. Either one of them were great. That was a real Sophie's choice of Spiel des Jahres right there. But anyway, Augustus, fantastic game. Highly recommend it. Now on to yellow. Okay, Guardian Chronicles. This looks nice. Basically a dungeon crawl, but instead of dungeon masters and orcs and fantasy tropes, it's the dungeon master is an evil mastermind in his lair trying to finish his plans for world domination, and the heroes are actual superheroes, coming in and fighting supervillains and robots and stuff like that, deployed by Professor Skarov, the evil Professor Skarov. So, that's pretty cool. But I don't know. I mean, superheroes are neat, but we already have Claustrophobia, which is an awesome asymmetrical good guys versus bad guys game, and we enjoy that one quite a bit. So I really do need to look into this more to find out what it is that makes this game special and separates it from the pack. Because, on the surface, it sounds just pretty straightforward. Hey, yeah, you run into stuff and you roll dice and you have different stats and you compare them. Like, okay, that's fine. Or no, actually, do you roll dice? Am I a big fat liar? Show more. I don't see the word dice in here. Okay, I'm already more interested. Oh, no, I'm blind. Dice is right there. Okay, I'm less interested again. But it could be really, really great. And yellow certainly puts together fabulous presentation. So it's going to look and feel great and be smooth. Just interesting to see if we actually enjoy it. See, so it's demoable. That's definitely a good one to demo, I would definitely say. Here's Normandy. Now, this one I don't know anything about, in all honesty, because Jen just doesn't care about World War II. It's not interesting to her, and we have so many other games. Why pursue something that I know is going to be a hurdle for her to overcome because she doesn't like the theme? So I've just never really paid much attention to it, but it could be a very cool game. I don't really know. I would definitely demo it if I were there and find out. But the Phantom Society, this one I almost don't need a demo for. This deduction game where, in a two-player game, one player is the ghost, the other player is the ghost hunter. And this is actually, it sounds like another game I mentioned a couple earlier that is kind of taking the classic game of memory. There's a grid with things that are upside down and there's stuff under there that you want. And it's the ghosts who are going around and hiding the stuff under the cards, and it's the ghost hunters who are going around trying to find it. And that sounds awesome. I'm very excited about that one. Really looking forward to learning more. Is that one actually for sale? Yes, it is. Oh. That might have been one I would have been carrying back across the Atlantic if I were able to find my way there. Oh well. Steampunk. Another one I really like to look up because, honestly, we just like the idea of building amusement parks. That's just an awesome theme. There's not anywhere near enough of that in board games. We really love Coney Island. Fantastic light Euro game, and would love to see some more alternate variations of how to build a theme park. There's a million different ways that could be integrated into a game. Definitely want to see more. Definitely interested in Steam Park. Playable, prototype, not actually viable. Three Little Pigs. There's another great kids game if you have kids. We do not. Zombie 15. Oops, there we go. Here we go. Zombie 15. This one I'm super stoked about. This one is almost a buy sight unseen. Don't need a demo at all. Just know I want it. And it's weird. This description here doesn't give you... Oh no, it's actually starting... For the longest time, they didn't actually describe anything. They just said, hey, it's a bunch of kids on the run from zombies. Like, okay, that's not telling me anything. But what it is, it's like last year's Escape the Curse of the Temple, which was one of Jen's and my absolute favorite games. We love it and continue to love it. Actually, I just got the expansion for it the other day. I'm so excited. Jen must get back so we can play. But anyway, this is a game in that ilk. It's a 15-minute game instead of a 10-minute game. Huge pressure, cooperative, having to work together in a very simple, straightforward, streamlined game. Cannot wait for this. I'm so excited. I think this is a zombie game that Jen will actually say, hey, can we play the zombie game? Which almost never happens. Okay, Japanime games. Crossmaster Arena. You know what? If I had any interest in playing a competitive board game version of Final Fantasy Tactics, I'd be all over this. Because I'm sure it's great. If you like that kind of, grid-based, tactical, cute, Japanimation, anime-style character fighting game. We do not, but I can certainly appreciate why people would. It certainly looks beautiful. It looks like it's every bit worth the high price just for the figures, but just not our cup of tea. Speaking of an odd cup of tea, Tanto Curio, Honestly, I'd like to give this one a try because honestly, I don't think Jen or I would have a particular problem with the somewhat racy theme of scantily clad, a deck builder all about scantily clad maids in anime style art. I mean, it just seems mostly like it's kind of a silly, cheeky, sexy, if you like that kind of stuff, a game, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just a sexist pig. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever know because I can't imagine it ever finding its way to Europe all that often. But oh well. See, level 99 games. A 3-player game. Doesn't matter. This is basically like Street Fighter the card game. Even more so than Yomi was. Because Yomi was basically rock, paper, scissors, which if you really want to get technical, that is what Street Fighter is. Street Fighter is a very elaborate version of rock, paper, scissors. I mean, I know because I've done a lot of study on this when I was a video game developer. But, so Yomi captured that perfectly, not surprisingly, since it was designed, I believe, by one of the video game developers of the Street Fighter series. So he knew all his stuff, and he made a really good card game out of it, but still not one that I particularly enjoyed or wanted to play. This one doesn't seem to follow that. It's a bit more straightforward, a bit more what you would expect with special powers to use and all that. But even still, I don't know if Jen and I want to sit down for 45 minutes to an hour and just play Hadouken, sure you can, at each other. It's maybe if it literally had the Street Fighter theme, which I believe Cryptozoic is working on a Street Fighter deck builder, probably once again using the same deck building system. So I think ultimately at the end of the day I'll be more interested in that. But this one could be really cool. Probably wouldn't hurt to demo it, and it is available for demo, but not for purchase. Alrighty. Disc Duelers, am very interested in this. Oh dear, I'm going to stop right there because I've gone over 7 seconds, and I don't want to have to redo this. So I'll come right back to Disc Duelers in 5, 4. Oh wait, no, let's just finish. I'm sure it'll be fine. This is the last one. Oh, Pixel Tactics, I don't have anything about that. Haven't tried the first one. It's a fight game. Don't really know if I care about the second one. But the thing about Disc Duelers, really regret trading away Catacombs as a competitive disc flicking game. Got rid of it because really at the time we didn't have a table where we could play it well. It was just too cumbersome and uncomfortable. We've now got a wide open table. We could approach it. We could play pool on this table. So really want to have a disc game, a disc flicking, a nice competitive disc flicking game or a cooperative one. And so this one is very, very interesting. So I'll be looking forward to it in the future. And so there we go. That was level 99. And we're moving on next to Lillibud, or Libelud, or Asmodee. So that in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.